So, good afternoon everyone. I'm Victor, my name. I come from a team called AlphaWallet. It's a Sydney-based blockchain startup. So, basically, today I will briefly introduce what we are working on. And more interesting, we will introduce two use cases that we have done in the past. And they are more consumer related. So hopefully you can get some useful knowledge and information from this presentation. So let's start. This is briefly will explain what we are doing. So on one hand, we working on this AlphaWallet mobile platform, which is like a browser for users to use those smart tokens. And on the other hand, we provide a type framework called the token script. That is something you can imagine to describe the token behavior for your token. And with this token behavior, we can make token smart. And how smart it is, I will show it in the following presentation. So we believe one of the most important function or benefit of using blockchain is to achieve tokenization. And people may ask why tokenization is important. We can identify two major benefits of tokenization. The first thing is what we call the frictionless market. So that means after you tokenize an asset or a rights, that asset or that rights automatically go into a frictionless market. It can be easily traded or transferred between each other. And on the other hand, those tokenized rights can also become a perfect integration point for all the existing web services or all the existing digital services. So that is the part we call it integrating the web. And in the following two demos, we will explain in detail how these two concepts is used in this demo, in this use case. So let's move quickly to the use case. So this is something real. So in the year 2018, in the May 2018, we carry on this experiment with FIFA official, which is the largest FIFA official agency for FIFA World Cup ticketing. It's the Shanghai Sports. So together, we tokenized some FIFA World Cup Russia 2018 VIP tickets on Ethereum blockchain using the non-fungible token smart contract. So why we choose to use tickets as an experiment? These are some basic reasons. Mainly come from the problem within the ticketing industry. So the first thing is the ticket fraud. So there's a percentage in total. Today, in total, 12% of the tickets on the market they are actually fake tickets or duplicate tickets. Especially with the digital format of tickets, it's very easy to make duplicate one. Very easy to do a copy. Because normally they just send you a PDF. And what happened is the first receiver, when they got the PDF tickets, what they do is they make 100 copies and then sell those tickets on StubHub or TicketBase or whatever secondary market on internet. And then when people holding those fake duplicate tickets, when they at the gate, only first people can get in, or the other 99 people they got refused. They cannot get into watch the match. And the second thing is about the secondary market. That is something event organizer kind of hate, but at the same time, they are also benefit from secondary market. Because all the people participate in secondary market, they are like a marketing channel to help event organizer to marketing their events to the large audience. And this percentage shows 60% of the existing tickets go into the secondary market. So that is why the very popular events like FIFA World Cup or like Olympic Game opening, those type of events, the secondary market is like this size, but the primary market is like this size. For the event organizer, they know there's a big secondary market exists, but they cannot, first thing, they cannot get any data from the secondary market. And the second thing is that they cannot really regulate the secondary market. That means that no matter what kind of rules you write at the back of your tickets, no one follow it in the secondary market. And the third thing is also important. They cannot get any money from secondary market. So in terms of the revenue and the participate, secondary market is much larger than the primary market. So this is the second issue with the ticket market. The third one is payment fraud. Today there's many different kinds of digital payments, credit card payment, PayPal, all those payments. There's many people using like a fake credit card or using chargeback, using those rules to rule the ticketing platform. So that's 2% of the whole transaction volume. They actually spending 2% of the whole revenue into preventing this payment fraud. And the last thing is about KYC. So how to make the large event safe. And the current market size for event tickets, which already in digital format is 20 billion globally in US dollar. So it's a large market. So how blockchain solve this, or what we can achieve through tokenized these event tickets? It's based on these two concepts. The first thing is the frictionless market. Let's look at the market side. So after we tokenize these tickets, they become a token on Ethereum public blockchain. Then it can be accessed by any people, and they can be transferred between any people. But on the same time, the event organizer can put very specific rules into the smart contract. For example, ticket 1 can be only transferred once. Ticket 2 can be transferred twice. Ticket 3 can be resell. But if you resell above certain percentage of the face value, then the transaction will fail. And also, they can put in rules like if you put on 10% resell margin, then 5% of that margin go back to the FreeFast wallet directly. This gives event organizer a super powerful tool to really regulate the secondary market. But people may ask, this can be achieved through a centralized solution. Yes, this regulated market can be achieved through centralized solution. But what they lost is the openness of the whole market. So that means they will require all the people who participate in this market have to connect to the centralized server, which is provided by FIFA. They will do all the rules on their centralized server, and also they will verify all the transactions through their centralized server. Then this actually closes the whole market. This is also something they don't want to see. So by using smart contract and public blockchain, what we can achieve is a frictionless, regulated open market. Let's look at the other side, the integrated web. So after users have this tokenized tickets in their wallet, on their hand, it's enabled the whole service market, open to every service provider. They are equally compete with each other on this service market. So that means if you want to provide service to a FIFA World Cup tickets holder, you don't need to speak to FIFA, you don't need to have a contract with a service agreement or contract with FIFA at all. You can provide the service directly to the user based on the token, this FIFA tickets they have. And they can be verified on blockchain without going through any third party. So you know this user have the real tickets, and you can provide service to them. For example, in this case, what they can do is like they can use this token to log in a Uber or a taxi platform to get certain discount on taxi, or log in hotel booking platform to get certain discount on the hotel booking, or just use this token itself as a ticket to using the public transport for free. And all the service providers, they are on the equal stage. They compete with each other only based on whether they can provide the best value to this individual. So that means that each people will receive totally customized service, which is only suitable for the user himself. The service provider no longer, they don't need to compete with each other whether they can get an integration permit from Facebook or whether they can get an integration permit from WeChat platform. because it's totally open. The only thing decides whether a user uses your service or not is user himself. He can use this token on whatever platform. So in the middle, there's some results for this experiment. In totally, we issued 50. Actually, totally, we randomly picked up 50 people from the FIFA online shop. So that means those people, after they purchased the FIFA World Cup tickets online, what they received is not the normal confirmation email. We randomly pick up these 50 people. What they receive is what we call the magic link in their email. And we ask them whether you want to participate in this new digital format of tickets. They don't know it is blockchain. And out of these 50, 28 real consumers choose to participate. So that means that last year there's 28 real people using this tokenized tickets past the gate, watch the FIFA World Cup game in Russia. And those 28 people don't know what is Ethereum. And I think most of them don't know what is blockchain. And among the whole transactions, there's 2 sell transactions, and we burn the 28 tickets after they pass the gate. So let's have a look what exactly it looks like. So the first screen is when they receive the tickets. If they open up on a mobile browser or if they open up on a desktop browser, what they see is this landing page. In this landing page clearly explains this is a FIFA World Cup tickets, what is the match, what is the date, and also how much you need to pay. Because this is, they already paid in fiat money, so this is for them to import for free. And on the second page is after they install AlphaWallet, they click the link again. On the wallet side, we open up this page. This is the importing page. When they click the import button, what exactly happens is they actually send the transaction to a gas station, to a gas server, and this gas server broadcasts the transaction to Ethereum blockchain, to the smart contract, to transfer the ticket ownership to this user. So this is the autonomous web. And on the third screen, this is how the tickets looks like in user's wallet. Before they go to the events, in the wallet, it looks like this. And there's three buttons at the bottom. The redeem button shows the QR code for them to pass the gate. And the sell button, they can create a send message, send it to other people, or put it on whatever marketplace to sell their tickets. And the other side is they want to buy, they pay in Ether, and then the contract performs the autonomous swap for the cryptocurrency and this ticket token. So when they go to the gate, they click the redeem button, and it shows into a QR code. And at the gate, there's a QR scanner. When they scan the QR code, what happens is they do an easy recover on the scanner, and then get the public address of this token holder's wallet address, and then check whether this user have this valid token. If they have, then they will burn this token. So the user's tickets will go, and he will pass the gate, go into the venue and watch the game. 28 users use this last year. So this is the tech stack, the very high level, very brief tech stack behind this World Cup ticket solution. You can see on the left-hand side, on the layer 1 is using the Ethereum public blockchain, and on layer 2 we're using the Ethereum smart contract EIP, which is EIP 875. And then on the level 3 is what we propose the token script, which is to describe all these layout and function. So this layout and function is not hard code in the wallet platform. This is real-time rendered based on the smart contract plus the token script. And on the user side, user have this World Cup tickets token and the tickets status. So this is what it looks like. Okay, we have some more time, so I will explain something quite interesting. This is a hackathon project we did just during the past weekend, and we win the first place with this. And I think it's quite interesting to showcase this idea as well during this presentation. So actually, during the weekend, me and my partner James Moore did a hack, which is a tokenized car ownership. So why we want to tokenize car ownership and what it can achieve is the same. As I mentioned before, it can achieve the frictionless market. You can transfer, you can categorize, you can put it in market, you can use it to get a mortgage, and also it can integrate the web. It can integrate with existing service, like you can start an engine, open the door, you can locate where is your car, you can put it in the shared economy. So this is the benefit. If you have a tokenized car, then it's super easy to sell. You can put it in whatever marketplace, and you can achieve autonomous web without any fraud. And on the integration web part, is mainly provide user a very customized, high-level, much better user experience than existing web service, which you cannot imagine now, because all the services can integrate it smoothly on the user end, not on any trusted, centralized platform. So what it looks like. This is what we want it to look like. But because we cannot, during the hackathon, we cannot find a front-end developer. So after all, it looks a little bit ugly to this. But this shows the idea. So on the start panel, these functions are not blockchain functions. They are the traditional bank functions, which speak to the IoT devices on the car. So you can open the door, start the engine, lock the door, locate it, find where the car is. And on the authorization panel, those are more like some of them are blockchain transactions. Some of those are just attestations sent to other party to use the car on your behalf. You can authorize the use, you can transfer the ownership, you can lend it to other people for certain hours. And on the market panel, you can list it in whatever marketplace. You just need to put on a price. And that marketplace will instantly have the full knowledge of this car token because of the information on the smart contract and the information on token script. And you can auction it, or you can even put it in a DeFi protocol, collateralize it to get some stable coins, maybe spending for other programs. And you can use it for sharing to create a real, totally P2P shared economy. And on the bottom side, you see the registration, insurance, service, and the purchase receipt. Those are more like a attestation type of use case, which is after you buy this car, you receive a car ownership token from the manufacturer, and at the same time you can use this car ownership token plus your personal identity attestation to claim another attestation from the government, which is the region, to prove you are legally driving this car on the road. And with the proof of this regional registration and your identity attestation plus the ownership of the car, you can quickly speak to an insurance smart contract to get your insurance done. You will receive this insurance. And also you can receive the services from the car manufacturer, like cap the car services as well. And this is a proof of the purchase. Okay, we're about to finish. So what exactly looks like is on this red screen. So after the 2-day hackathon, we present this the part of the function. So which is you can use the token to control a small toy car with LT devices built inside, and that LT devices can actually speak to Ethereum blockchain. They have a server running inside, can do easy recovery, can verify whether this user have the right token or not. If have, then they grant him the access. And also we achieved that you can transfer this token to other people, you can sell it to other people. But for other functions like a market function or collateralized function is not easy. They will require other smart contracts. So that's it. That is the presentation. I hope everyone get some interesting information or get some knowledge. Thank you very much. And if you want to reach me, you have my email, my Twitter, our website, and more importantly, our GitHub. The token script and AlphaWallet is open source. They are both open source. Thank you.